Muy buenas a todos, chicos. ¿Qué tal estáis? Nos vamos a ir al embarcadero sin mano, seguimos siendo el manco de Lepanto. Lo único que me gustaría es intentar encontrar... Uff, qué bien ven esto. Bueno, el elixir dorado me ha venido... Uf, que ni pintado, Notas misteriosas, ¿cuántas llevo? Me queda uno, para poder ponérmelo.
Blind Oedipus, blinded himself. What a tragic destiny.
Aquí no hay nada, aquí... Hombre. Todo lo que es la entrada, ¿sabes? No hay más tu tía. Vamos a bajar.
You manipulated us all. You're going to pay.
What is at stake here far outweighs our personal interests.
Our personal interests? You betrayed me.
Emily, no!
¿Qué?
But wait, how has Sarah betrayed you?
I don't believe it. You still don't get it. I'm not Emily, stupid.
You went as far as killing your own sister?
You're the one who pointed her out. You only have yourself
¿Qué?
to blame.
Oh dear God!
Surprise, Sarah. You can't just get rid of me like that, you old hag.
Matamos
You
a Emma.
realize what you did? Emily loved you, Emma. You endured everything together. You were never alone.
You have no idea what I had to endure.
But it must have been the same for Emily. You both went through so much.
She always saved the worst situations for me. How many times have I had to climb into bed with some man I'd never even seen before because Emily had seduced him during the day?
Emma, it's obvious you suffered a great deal because of the path your lives took. But don't try convincing yourself that your sister didn't suffer too.
Duchess, I am sorry about what happened.
You had a choice! You use people according to your desires without any scruples.
Excuse me, but we are in the same line of business.
Shut it!
And Emily knew it very well.
No, Emma, look at me.
She would never endanger herself for the sake of the Order. Her sense of duty gave way to her personal interest. In the end, Sir Gregory was the only one who was truly honest with me. He has opened my eyes more in 2 days than my sister did in a whole lifetime.
Sir Gregory? You've got to be joking, right? You're not really going to trust him, are you?
La verdad que no.
I trust Gregory. He's always honest with me.
Well, it looks like you've backed the wrong horse. You'll lose everything if you follow Sir Gregory. Mortimer will win, Emma, and you should be on his side.
Never! That bastard betrayed me like all the rest of them. I will never sink so low as to serve him. Do you understand me?
There's been enough deaths.
Vamos a ver. En psicología, vamos a intentar tirarlo.
Emma, stop it. Come with me.
She deserves to die, Louis. Every word she utters is a lie. I'm not joking. You should never believe what she says. One day she will betray you too.
She already has. I've just found out she's not my mother, Emma.
You will not die by my hand today, Sarah. She deserves to die. In fact, I think that honor goes to you.
Where is the Al-Azif?
Sir Gregory planned to get it off the island by boat. I wouldn't be surprised if he sends it with the next shipment for the continent, but I don't know when that is.
I really thought my next breath would be my last.
Well,
Sí, sí.
anything's possible.
This is no time to be joking. Just help me climb aboard this boat, and let's get off of this cursed island.
No, I'm not going anywhere, and neither are you, until you've told me everything.
For crying out loud, what are you talking about?
Paris, 1763, number 12 on Rue des Martyrs.
No. I beg you, please trust me. He's manipulating you. We must leave.
Paris,
Can't you see he wants you? And he'll do anything to turn you against me.
number 12 on Rue des Martyrs.
He had to pay for what he did to me. I panicked. There she was with the baby due. I thought it was the right time to touch it,
To
but when
touch it? By disemboweling her and stealing me from her?
the girl was already condemned to die. He never leaves any witnesses behind. She meant nothing to him. And I absolutely had to find a way of stopping him.
You stole my life from me.
No, Louis, I gave you a life. I offered you a choice. You got to know humanity. You are more human than many of us. From the second I took you in, I couldn't bear to be apart from you. I looked after you, fed you, raised you, like I am your mother.
I know. You always took care of me.
I devoted my whole life to teaching you to distinguish between right and wrong, so you would have the choice. You are not like him.
But you never told me.
I wanted to. I very nearly told you everything, at least a dozen times.
You didn't, though, did you? Why?
I don't know, Louis.
It was easier not to face up to it, not to stir it all up.
Don't judge me, Louis.
You were afraid of my reaction.
I wanted to tell you everything once you were old enough to understand. Forgive me. Louis, yes. I made mistakes in the past, but now I'm ready to...
Do you consider me a mistake?
No, not you. You are what I am most proud of in my whole life. You are good. You fight to do right. You are not like him.
Still, he is my father. Why did you steal me?
You don't want to know, believe me.
For once in your life, be honest. Why all this mess? Why do you have it in for him so much? Why?
Because I'm his daughter. I know what he's doing. I see he has his eye on you. He's hovering around you, tempting you. He did it to me before you. And if you don't live up to his expectations, he will cast you away.
Is that what happened to you?
I wasn't good enough for him, so he rejected me.
What do you mean?
He tried to initiate me, but it would seem I am unable to develop his talent. I can't withdraw my mind from my body.
I get it. The reason why you abducted me is because he didn't love you, isn't it?
He doesn't love anyone, Louis. Don't be taken in.
I'm a little mixed up, but I do understand your choice. You were wrong not to speak to me about it before, but I understand that you didn't want to leave me with him.
Oh, thank you, Louis. I promise never to lie to you again, my son. Come, let's go home.
I can't.
What do you mean? Why not?
I've got to know. Trust me. We'll meet in Paris.
He wants you, Louis. He will never let you go.
Don't worry. Here. This is yours.
Don't forget, Louis. You've got the lance. You can beat him. If you hit him with it, he won't be able to escape from his mortal envelope, and he will die
No
with
sé
it.
nada. No dejo de sobre Sara. La mentira sobre Sara de Richet. Uf, me he quedado cerca, ¿eh? Creo que me puede venir bien. No tengo más libros, así que una mierda pinchando un palo para mí.
Rational and open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies. Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing.
to learn everything all over again.
La verdad es que es un poco raro, ¿eh?
I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse. No, this is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think. Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute.
Ay, mira qué preguntas hace a sí mismo, la Virgen. No puedo dormir, ¿no? Lo de dormir ya es imposible, es un feo. Además es 7 días. Bueno, yo de día duermo, no tengo ningún problema. ¿Aquí? Espérate.
Golden Elixir.
Vale.
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures,
Tío, de
Mortimer's
Inferno
giving his
Dante
guests.
hay un montón de
They're
libros, ¿eh?
jolly.
Sir Gregory?
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
Bueno.
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate.
Si mi madre es una de ellas.
How long has our family been in existence?
We have been here since the very beginning.
What do you mean, exactly?
Are you trying to get information from me?
No, not at all. I was just wondering why that particular question seemed to disturb you.
Let us not insist then. You yourself weren't very convinced by the question, it seems.
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Well, tell me then, are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand, regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself, is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Claro.
Well, for centuries, we've been trying to help, and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
But if your
Claro,
intention
claro.
is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you. Less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient. And one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. We are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
Despotismo. Vamos a decirle que sí, vale.
Well, indeed, from that
No
point
me
of
quiero
view,
meter con
it is
ellos.
better to guide them.
It's rare for a novice demon to manage to stop thinking like a man so quickly. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
O sea, que
I'm
hay
not
guerra.
talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential
Ah, vale, o
countries,
sea, que hacen lo mismo pero con
gain
otro tipo de
ground.
países.
You understand?
As
Sí.
best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Are you trying to warn me that I'm in danger?
That, Louis, will be up to you to choose. Most of all, make sure you don't pick the wrong side. William has had all the time he needs to think about this. You do not. I'm sorry to say this, but this first choice might well be of capital importance to your future.
Madre
I want
mía.
you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think
Madre mía.
very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
Yo estoy un poco perdido, y también te lo digo, que estoy un poco ya. Son demasiadas cosas. Además, con una mano destrozada, ¿sabes? Es que no hay más tu tía. Ah, que por aquí puedo ver todo, en plan.
I haven't the time.
Uf. Para que este tío me te diga que no tiene tiempo, algo está pasando. Porque no se callaba ni debajo del agua. No, mierda, aquí hay bastante gente, ¿eh? A ver, señor Washington, ¿qué quiere de mí?
Louis, busy as always, I see. How lucky you are. I must admit I'm trying to kill the boredom myself.
¿Qué te pasa?
I get the
Venga.
impression we're all in the same boat.
And here I was thinking you might have some juicy gossip.
Me? No, nothing at all. And you?
I would like to be able to say yes, but it's been dead quiet. The only one with anything to say is Duke Manuel. But with that accent of his, I don't understand a word he says. It's exasperating.
Right. I've wasted enough time.
I'll keep our conversation to myself, Mr. President. Anyway, I must be going now.
See you later, Louis.
Pues vaya. Vamos a ver qué nos cuenta, amigos. De momento su pájaro sigue
Louis, I
muerto.
was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You've made the right choice. It took great maturity to forgive your sister as you did.
She brought me up. I realized I owed her a lot.
We all make mistakes, as Sarah well knows.
Why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say.
Entregado.
Curious to find out more. My whole way of thinking has been blown apart in just a couple hours.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
Not much. He bid me welcome to the family, that's all.
Louis, Gregory is my brother. Always has been. And he never goes anywhere to say or do not much. He must have told you that he's worried about me, that he wants to be there for you, and that you ought to be wary of me.
Yes, something like that. I think he's worried about you.
Worried? Marvelous. That's just like him. You know, in a family like ours, we all have a role to play. And his is to worry about everyone else. Let me reassure you, there's no reason for him to worry about me.
And
Vale,
what would
esa es la
my
pregunta.
role be in all of this?
That's for you to decide. I'm not trying to force you, Louis. I have high hopes for you, but the decision remains yours to make. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
So that's your project.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
But that's completely immoral.
Hombre,
Immoral? Louis, you surprise me.
estoy dando liarle, pero me estoy dando yo.
Has nothing to do with it. Morality is a concept that we invented ourselves to domesticate man. Don't react like that. Can't you see? It's all within your grasp.
It's not very noble if you ask me, but maybe you invented that concept too. What will happen if I refuse to subjugate men?
It will come naturally to you, my son. But not with the aim of subjugation, but rather to create the best balance possible. You'll see. It comes to us all after a few centuries. I'm just trying to help you save some time. They are perishable, Louis. They come and they go. They are mere butterflies that take themselves for gods. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits. And it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Estoy muy perdido, eh.
Us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence. but humanity is not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are? I understand your goal, but the change you propose is not really a significant one. It is
O sea, cambiar todo para saber, claro.
You must understand that we directly depend on men. Consequently, we have to do our utmost to help them progress and to prevent them from killing each other.
And you think that's been a success? Humanity? It's almost always at war. And it's been this way forever.
Look, I'm not saying that the task is easy. We've all had failures. And at times, we have even suffered from conflicts on our own side. I'm doing my best to improve the situation. Our family clings to its privileges and to the past. And that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
Vale.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
Claro, claro.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaget to inform the Pope he has changed sides. Here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes. You're going to enter his mind
Se está volviendo
and
loco.
take control. You're going to influence his make
Ma,
him
yo no digo
speak.
nada.
Then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel
Yo no digo nada.
his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. Just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaget had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my proposition.
Este está loco, eh.
But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaget's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me and I'll send it off immediately.
All right. I'll take care of it.
Está loco, chicos. Pero bueno, lo vamos a dejar por aquí. Seguiremos en el próximo. Hasta el próximo.